Well, hey, everyone. Welcome to the Blue Gamer Bluecast Morning Show. I'm your host, Adam Blue, 30-plus year video game enthusiast, industry analyst, and today for, May 21st, 2025, I'll go through the latest gaming news, what I've been playing. You know what it is. What's up, Ultronymous? Howdy, Chris. Good to see you guys. Yeah, so getting started, not too much news. There's some stuff to cover. I'll probably play some games, but the thing that I think is the most exciting is that the new Gundam, and actually I think I have the store page up because I was just reading. Let me go back, visit store page. The Gundam Battle Destiny Remastered comes out today. In fact, in approximately 8 hours. So as soon as I get off work, which that makes sense. So I might do that. Today's going to be a busy day for me, but I might have it where I stream this right after work. But then I have the stream on the Midnight Hatter channel later today. And then I'm going to be on Breakman X even later. I'll have to drop the link for that. But before then, I'll play some games. I'll just have to tell my family I'm not available today. Anyway, I'm excited about this. You know, it's a sort of a remake. It's pretty much the original game in a new engine, Unreal Engine. Let's see if it has those cool action game sensibilities that may have been lost as a reason. So, Adam is now Steven. Okay, let's actually let me go back to the news or actually what I've been playing. Let's start there. I feel like there's just been a number of fun little games I've been jumping into. I'm not really spending a lot of time on any one. I'll jump in, play 30 minutes. So that was, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Splintered Fate, Macross, Soul Cresta, Kyborg. Not Doom. When I was thinking, what do I want to jump into? Doom just, it's very fun, but it's just every time I beat a mission, I'm then like, okay, I'm done. And when I think of playing a game in my head real quick, I'm doing a quick, okay, what is the gameplay loop? What am I trying to get done in this session? And so with Doom, I always keep coming back to, like, a lot of times a level will end when I'm like, oh, it's already over. And then I'm like, yeah, I'm done. And I was like, man, maybe Doom had this cool, like, new game sheen, and it kind of wore off. And it's like, it's still fun, it's still good, but it's not doing enough to keep me. And it could open up a bit more. I mean, like, flying a dragon, a section where you're flying a dragon, you're like, whoa, but it's super basic. Let's see. The mech part, like, as awesome and fun as that was just like a single short level, you know. Doom is by no means a bad game, but it is not to the caliber that I think even like Doom 3 was when it came out. Yeah. And so this Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Splintered Fate is cool. I was playing it some more yesterday, and I was even talking to Ultronymous about it because what's interesting. Oh, repping. Oh, that's right. I just realized. Yeah, wearing the shirt. That's cool. Good catch. No, but the Ninja Turtle game, like, the thing Ultronymous brought up is the thing I don't like about roguelike games, and that's where a lot of times, you know, it's run-based. Like, that is the gameplay loop you have to think, oh, it's about me just playing a certain level until I die, and then I'm going to just replay that. What the Ninja Turtle game does that's pretty interesting is it throws in, like, different enemies and different... And then I guess also at the same time as you're upgrading, it's just the balance. I think for roguelike games, they need the balance of keeping you engaged and interested, even though it is a repetition system. And the Ninja Turtle game does a great job of that. Playing it on Switch, even though it's now on PC. It's like I would have rather had it on PC, but I bought it on Switch because originally it was on Apple Arcade and I loved it. And I was like, well, I'd rather have this on a modern console. And then they were like, oh, here's Switch. And then they're like, a year later, oh, here's PC. And then from what I understand now, it's PS4 and Xbox. So, like, yeah, if I was to choose, it would be PC. Okay. So that's about it. I mean, Soul Cresta is still like capturing my soul. Soul Cresta is definitely top tier shmup. Top tier shmup. Okay. Ridge Racer re-release announced for Switch 2 is also coming to Switch, PlayStation, and Xbox. So I was curious about any sort of exclusives that got announced during the Switch 2 event. I'm sure eventually come to other consoles, and I think Ridge Racer is the right thing. Man, I remember when the PSP came out, and I think the game they were using to tout the graphics, everything was Ridge Racer. There's kind of a classic 3D-ness. I consider Ridge Racer part of like in my personal, like the phase 2 of gaming. It's then when things are 3D, and Ridge Racer at that time, teetered on, the mass sort of market because it was a racing game and it was in the arcade. So, it's interesting because an arcade could be fun for people that just want to go and play games, or for people that are into video games, so they go to the arcade, right? Like, I mean, back then, nowadays, if you're seeking out an arcade, it's for a specific reason. But during that time, arcade was a pastime. You didn't have to be a gamer. And, I'm just kind of thinking, as gaming evolved and it was niche and then it became mainstream. Oh, just interesting stuff. Yeah, and the crossover of just entertainment versus a video game as a hobby. What am I getting at? I don't know. But Doom: The Dark Ages is id Software's biggest launch ever, Bethesda says. So that's awesome. And I don't know how much, there's a lot to think about here. I don't know how much of it is the time, the design, the Doom Dark Ages design in its first person. And I've talked about that a lot, where there's not a lot of first person shooter games out there. And games that are first person, it's usually like in an RPG or something. Just a straight up first person shooter are usually made as boomer shooters, which I don't think they need to be. I really think you can make a modern first person shooter that could capture a modern audience that doesn't have to rely on a multiplayer component. But so there's a lot of reasons why I find this really amazing, because, I feel like for a little while now, people have been harping on Xbox for good reason. And now they have so many good games coming out. And it's interesting because I wonder if, as a gamer, like there's multiple things that can happen where I already feel like and aged out is not the word, but there's a certain time where what is successful in gaming gets overshadowed by what makes more money. Oh, we can make a bigger market. I talk about this a lot. And I just find it interesting where Doom is an easier game. And I don't know. It's interesting because you could choose different ways. Like, speaking of a game like a Souls game, Dark Souls, people enjoy it for that. With Doom, I feel like Doom games used to be a little harder. And then even with Doom 3, the idea was it was survival. And that's always how I felt about it. And then once we got to Doom 2016, it became more of just like doubling down on the boomer shooter, more Unreal. Like, I feel like Doom shifted more into the Unreal style of game rather than a Doom style of game, which is fine. I think the fast-pacedness was really something new and people really liked, and that's been incorporated into other first-person shooters. But even with Doom Dark Ages, I feel like the game, and I'm not complaining, but I feel like Doom has now been made for the mainstream, for sure. I would even say it happened around Doom 3 when people were complaining that they needed a patch in the flashlight to be held up the same time as your gun. I liked in Doom 3 that the flashlight and gun you had to hold separately. So I'd walk around with the flashlight, and if there's enemies, you pull out your gun and shoot, and then it would flash so you could see them. A lot of people complained that was too hard, too scary. They patched in at all times flashlight. And I think we're seeing these reverberations today where when you play Doom, you have to go up to the super high difficulty for it to really be a challenge. But I don't think that's what the purpose of this game and that's another thing with some games is just because they present a challenge doesn't mean they're supposed to be hard. It's more of challenging your mind at, a situation. Doom kind of does that because there's multiple things to choose from. So, and I think also with Doom historically, the FPSs were brand new, and it was new for the player, for the industry to be in this FPS space in a horror element. So I guess what this means is there could have been so many different ways Doom could have gone. And I will say that this is better than what most IPs end up going through, right? The last Star Fox we got was on the Wii U that required a Wii U gamepad, and we haven't really got one since. And, that's just an example of an IP that has potential. Because really, at the end of the day, there's not really a way you can do Doom. You just got to make something fun. And I do think the Doom IP, so coming back, if I'm going to put a bow on this, Doom is the property that you make mainstream. And a lot of it is due to its age, So I just thought it didn't make sense because you have two hands. Yeah, Jeb Kill, excuse me. Yeah, and in some games they do it too where, and I think it's most games where you just have a button to press flashlight and it's like your chest lights up or stops or something. Or it's like, like where the flashlight is like ammo in a magazine. You could have a not empty clip and still empty it, put it in another magazine and have all that ammo still. There's these certain physics in games that we're overlooking, but not everything. If you think about it, it's interesting. There's some things we won't overlook that have to be realistic. I can't think off the top of my head, but I know, there's some standards in games that we all like when it comes to jumping and stuff. So I'll have to think about that. Okay. You have three hands, but they couldn't render the third. Yeah. Hey, that's actually a good idea for a game where you have multiple weapons or gadgets that do different things, and you have maybe six hands. And then it's how you are holding them and using them. Almost like that game Magica, where you had the different spells, and if you use them in certain configurations, it would do something. I don't know, something there. Okay, so Fortnite is back on the US App Store after a 5-year court battle, which is pretty insane. So let's just forget about big companies with billions of dollars, which this is what it is. At the end of the day, it stops consumers from being able to enjoy something. Because billionaires wanted more billions. That's my takeaway on this. There's not much more you can... I think Apple, as much as people like Apple culturally, I think it's kind of proof that even with tons of money, like I would say Microsoft is a more conscious, humane company than Apple. Even if it's things that aren't a big deal, like backwards compatibility, or you don't have to pay to upgrade the graphics on Xbox games. Like Microsoft tends to give consumers things, and even to the point where you could play Fortnite on the cloud for free without Game Pass. That's what Microsoft was doing. Apple, on their other hand, doesn't even want. It's very interesting. Hey, Steven. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, Chris pointed it out earlier. I totally forgot I was wearing it for the show. Actually, I couldn't find it for a while. I was freaking out, and I found it last night. The lesser of two Sith Lords. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Here's another one real quick. I was doing research on Battle Destiny that we were just talking about. And apparently same developer, Ardink, which has done a lot of Gundam stuff. Anyway, they made this Macross Delta game, which looks good. I don't know if any of you guys have played it. I might try to get a hold of this. This doesn't have any good screenshots. Let me get to where I saw like screenshots. Like, let's see. Oh, this is a video, even better. Okay. Because this looks like, the classic third person robot action we want. Look, it's in the air, changing targets. Like, this is fun game stuff for me, and that's why I can't wait to play Battle Destiny. But I need to check this out. Macross Delta Scramble on Vita. There is a lot of English on here, but there's also some Japanese. And, that is one thing that does bother me sometimes with, with playing imports. Is this was true with this new PlayStation 4 title I got maybe earlier in the year, where it's like a disaster scenario. I totally forgot the name of it. It's from a series of games, Disaster Report series. But it's just, there's so much Japanese that I would have to read with the characters, with the signage in the world, that it's like I can't really enjoy the game, and I'd be taking more time reading what. So it's like I really, really, really do get the need to be able to translate things across different cultures. Like, I think that's a big deal just for, humanity, whatever, is to have like, a lot of collected culture storytelling, that is not barricaded by language, which I do think in general humanity does a good job of translating stuff. I mean, we did that with the Bible, right? But I think, let's see, someone needs to translate City Shrouded. Oh, is that the one I'm talking about then? The one where it has Ultraman, Godzilla, all that. Yeah, thanks, Jabe Killex. Yeah. Yeah, I want to play it. I played it on stream before, just too much of that stuff. Okay. What we're going to do next is I want to show you guys, or I just really want to play Soul Cresta. I beat a level yesterday, and where is it? All right. Let me see if it's picking up any audio. Okay, yeah, same concept. Which it makes sense, because it makes me think you could even make that with a Gundam game. Have an F91 game, and you play one of the characters at the beginning, and you're just trying to run away and avoid the disaster. Maybe you have to like get into a mobile suit and defend. Anyway, I totally forgot if I showed you guys this game. I want to say I did, because I was so excited about it. So it has arcade and dramatic mode. Dramatic mode is like the story. Okay, yeah, I'm next to last level. You just need the rights. Yeah, isn't that with everything? And hey, that's what I think AI is helpful for. It allows people with good ideas, but without the resources to maybe conceptualize something. Okay. Escape a collapsing space colony. Yeah, that's... Alright. I have a feeling I already played this on stream. I just forget because I play this in small pockets all the time. And it's funny because a level could take 30 minutes to beat. And so that's... So yeah, a lot of good things going on that's good with this game is that it's based on this older series of Solterra or something like that, and so I get now why there are parts of it where it does have that Galaga Galaxian feel, Space Invaders. But it also, if you look on the right hand side, there's so many little things that you can level up with. Did I just get hit by something? And so, I did again. And so there's like a constant And then there's like, oh, what in the? Okay. There's this trick I can do if I can pull it off. Oh, nope. Okay, yeah, I only have this one. So you can do like Street Fighter moves. Oh crap, I'm not gonna be able to get that. Yeah, these later levels are pretty hard. I feel like they want you to be playing from the beginning so you constantly have like everything. Did I just get hit again? Oh. Yeah, so this game, the graphics are interesting because I feel like they're doing, it's just 3D graphics. Oh. Nope. Oh, no. Okay, so these later levels get really hard because they're later levels that get hard, but also, there's so much going on that even when you respawn, like, you don't have enough of your abilities to survive. So I can't even get that. And, of course, being a lava level near the end. Oh my gosh, you gotta be kidding me. Wild. Finally. Okay, got that. All right, let's see if... Okay, so, because I'm playing a dramatic mode, on the left and right, they'll have, like, anime characters with a story. I'm not really paying attention to it, but okay, what should I do here? I don't even know yet. Oh, God, I already got hit. These guys are coming off the screen hitting me. Oh, no. How unfair. When you are a singular ship, you do have a dash button. I just haven't really used it yet. I wonder if I could, like, perfect it somehow. Yeah, you can go through things. Yeah, like, I just destroyed those two guys. Okay, so I gotta remember I can press that little dash button. And then it charges up as I'm attacking. Oh, get that. Yes, thank you. So yeah, and then you have the multiple ships, and you dock with each other, and then you get up to 3, and then you change their formations, and that's different weapon types. I mean, I love that idea. I still don't fully understand the formation system over on the bottom left. Depending on different things you pick up, you can then put your characters in different formations, and symbols pop up. It's a limited thing, and I think it uses the F on the side. You see I have 2 that says max. And the reason we're waiting is because they do a lot of story on the left and right. It's funny how obsessed I am with completing stories, and I don't read the text. Another thing, the music in this game. It feels a bit like Getter Robo inspired shmup if they stayed as planes even combined. Is there any Getter Robo shmups out there? Or it's just more of they're using that sort of style? Which I wonder if that was influenced by it, because there's some designs of characters that, like the main character, I'm kind of covering him. Kind of reminds me of that. Okay. This is a good next to last level with lava. And what would the last level be then? Wait, it didn't... What the... Oh, I messed up, guys. And there's the... Yeah, little sound effects that sound like the old school games. Oh, no. Okay, I don't know what that's all about. Oh. Yeah. Wow, see, if I could get that, gold crate over there, but this is one of those things where the game is best played if you're going through start to finish. Wow, the game really wants you to speed up and get past these. Okay, can I... Oh no! I was trying to do... So if you do a quarter circle left and right, you can... Oh, wait, I don't... Couldn't get it. I don't want to risk. Whoa. Happy enough I have the 3. I don't want to risk. Oh no! It's like they were flying away like quick little Galaga bugs or whatever. Okay. Oh, I need blue for that. Oh! Well, at least I knew how to do it. Oh, that's a good one. No. No. Did you guys see that? That was... It's almost like platforming, but as shmup. Oh. Oh, no. Oh! It's like almost hard to see those bullets because they're orange. Just like, I can deal with. All right. Are we getting to a boss? Because there's no enemies. The characters at the top are talking. Oh, I'll have to check it. Oh, look at this. Hey, Talos, good to see you. This is a cool looking boss. I'm probably gonna die. Okay, so he does a thing. Oh no. 3 right, 3 left? Nope. It must be random. And I'm almost dead. Oh, that was a pretty good run. Okay. We got the power this time. And do I have formations? Don't know how that works exactly yet. Oh, I already got hit. Again, look at that. Oh, no, not these guys. Oh, not a good idea. So I really have to be available to shoot those missiles. Or dodge this? Okay, I gotta come up with something for these missiles. Like... this is getting nuts. So I'm probably not gonna be able to beat this. All right. Oh, guys, I can add credits, but it doesn't let me continue. But this sort of, I've just played one single level, and that was what, 15 minutes maybe of gaming, or 10. So, I messed up. I think it's just a matter of me just memorizing some of the parts in the level where things happen, but you saw how crazy it gets. I also think I need to learn more of the formation rules, because there could be something with the formations I'm not understanding. All right, let's get out of this. Well, so Psycho Gundam Final Boss, it looked just like that. See, they need to make a shmup, Gundam shmup. Nah. I can say that about any genre in Gundam. But anyway, guys, I'm going to head out. That was a lot of fun. Yeah, Battle game, Battle Alliance. Well, I totally forgot the name. Battle Destiny comes out later today. I'll probably stream it. Also, I'll be on Steven's show tonight. And then I'll be on Breakman X. So a lot going on there. Heading out. I'll see you guys later. Peace out.